Let the state of New York know that.
Following the Erie Canal west, one comes to the city of Rochester, New York. With 37,000 students and 68 schools, Rochester is a large urban district. Number 17 School has occupied several buildings since it first opened in 1852, but this same school bell has been summoning the children for generations. The current building opened in 1968. Over 800 students from preschool through 5th grade attend, and the population is diverse with students from many nations. The school also has the sobering distinction of having the highest poverty rate in the city. Over 98% of number 17 school students live at or below the poverty level. Not so long ago, Andres Cruz used to walk to this school, but now, returning as a first-year teacher, he drives. He is keenly aware of the significance of this transformation. He teaches a 5th grade class with 26 students.
The fact that I teach at the school elementary school that I actually attended, is an honor. I decided to become a teacher in high school, actually. I couldn't picture myself doing anything other than teaching. And I've worked hard to get here. I absolutely love standing in the classroom, helping children, influencing children, being a positive role model for children who need role models in the city. I want them to have memorable experiences. At this age, especially in this neighborhood, there's so much that children are lacking. As a student, there was so much that I didn't get at this age, and that's what I want to give them. And that's what, I want to show children that, if I grew up in this neighborhood and I grew up in similar conditions that they did, and I went on to college and I went on to become a teacher, then they can be anything they want to be. I want to see everyone working. If you need to help each other, feel free to ask someone sitting next to you. I love the way Candace is working. Raquan is busy working. Thank you, Raquan. Appreciate it. Thank you, Stuart. I could read as many books as I can on educational philosophies, and it's not actually the same as coming into the classroom. The actual application of what I learn is different and more difficult. And this month, we'll be doing a lot of learning about American women, famous American women pioneers. We'll be learning. My classroom has quite a few ethnic backgrounds. I feel that recognizing each child's, ethnic background can only help them in gaining self-esteem. I recall as a child growing up, me being, Hispanic American, every time that a teacher said a Spanish word or had a picture of a Hispanic American role model, my self-esteem would grow, and I would think more positive, and I felt more comfortable being in the classroom. And that's exactly what we're doing now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Now, what I want you to do is to write a headline, like a newspaper headline. The headline is supposed to catch your eye. When you read the newspaper, it's in big, bold letters. And we're going to take the pretest. I'm going to give you the spelling list, and you're going to be able to correct your own words. I'm very aware of the fact that this country is, getting very strict on standards. The students have to meet the writing exam criteria and pass the exam to go on to middle school. What I do is I stress writing. I integrate writing with math. I integrate writing with social studies. We're going to start math. How you doing? I'm a strong advocate for involving the parent in the classroom. I've made several home visits to parents. This is the first year that we've started the school-wide code of conduct, but there has been a decrease in suspensions and in fights. I have a respectful way of approaching discipline. I don't yell at children. Yes, children are small, but they don't have small feelings. They have big feelings, and the least thing I would ever want to do is hurt a child's feelings. Good, because you divide, and the number that you get is 7. So 7 is the mean. See, this isn't that tough.
Andres uses his lunch period to prepare for the afternoon.
Computers supplement and they reinforce what students learn in the classroom. It's almost like a second teacher or like a tutor. 5, 4. Okay, everyone have a good evening. Be careful, walk safe. The fact that students are impoverished does not equal low performance or low achievement. That just means that we need to be more and more determined to catch up.
In Rochester, master teachers mentor beginning teachers. Andres meets regularly with his mentor, Bonnie Shirley.
Good.
I'm going to give a homework assignment on it as well.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock, Andres leaves school and goes to the Baden Street Recreation Center boxing gym, where he has a very special distinction. A champion amateur boxer, he recently won his 6th New York State Golden Gloves Boxing Championship.
I've been an amateur boxer for the last 10 years. I had an uncle who was a professional boxer, and so he would go to the gym, and my brother and I, me 12, my brother 11, we would drag along. At that age, we were in beginning middle school. It kept us out of the streets. I began to compete. I traveled, all over the world, and the coach was always instilling discipline. He teaches us that school was first, and that boxing was a way of getting out of the streets. 5th graders that I have, they're in an age where they want to spend time out, in their neighborhood and knowing in the neighborhood that we live in this community where crime exists. My very own students come to the boxing gym and I tutor them, and at the same time I coach them. I teach them boxing skills, so I'm teaching life skills and I'm teaching boxing skills, and they're staying busy. They're not thinking about going to the street and getting in trouble. I go home and I have all 26 students on my mind. The children are very needy, and I have to be a teacher, and I have to be a parent, and I have to be a counselor simultaneously. I spend many hours, at home working on lessons. I'm here, for them, and I want the very best for them.